The Garden is an open, inclusive, Christ-like community
where people from many paths
gather to explore, engage, and seek inspiration
to transform our world
through the unconditional love of God.
Explore,
engage,
inspire.
Join us online, in person, and in the community, while featuring local artists. Grow with us online Sundays at 9:15 a.m.
We're glad you're here.
We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, friends. This is Carolyn, and I'm glad you're here. Our prayer is that you will experience the love of God in this service. We're excited to share. We have lots going on this week at the Garden and lots to talk about. And you know what? I don't want to do it myself. Earlier this week, you may have read a little bit about him, but I'm going to have Spencer James come on in. Spencer is helping us out in the office from now until the end of the year, not only helping with those tasks that Erica did for us so wonderfully, but also helping us take a look at some of our systems and production and all kinds of things. We are so glad to have you with us, Spencer.
Thank you.
And you know, since you're with us, tell us what's going on at the Garden.
Well, this week is a big week. November 1st is All Saints Day. During the All Saints Day service, we want to honor the loved ones that have passed on. So we need your help. If you could submit a photo of your deceased loved ones, we'll include it in the photo montage that we are putting together. But Monday, tomorrow, is the last day to submit those photos. You can find instructions on how to submit those photos on the links page of our website at thegardenonline.org/links.
And on Tuesday, we have 20 minutes for prayer at 2 p.m. on Facebook Live. We just simply pause on a Tuesday just to pray and to be present with one another as a community of faith. Won't you consider joining us this week, Tuesdays at 2, 20 minutes for prayer.
I loved what you did with the Serenity Prayer last Tuesday.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Car wash tickets, they are still on sale. They're actually on sale through the remainder of the month, so it's not too late to pick up tickets. They make great stocking stuffers. They are only $10, and 50% of those proceeds go to the Garden. So pick them up anywhere that you find the link. We have it on Facebook, and of course, you can find it on the links page of our website.
Thursday evening at 6 p.m. via Zoom, we normally have a clergy chat, but this week we're going to have our annual meeting. Ooh, isn't that exciting? Actually, it kind of is. What we do is we'll look at all the reports that are being sent in to the Indiana Conference or our Charge Conference. Those reports were reviewed and approved by the GLT this past week. And guess what? They'll be available for you online anytime at that same place that Spencer just talked about, thegardenonline.org/links. And you can find all of those reports, including the budget and missions reports and the clergy narrative report. But I hope you'll join us Thursday evening at 6 p.m. And you know what? If you do, I'll send you a mask. Ooh, yes, a garden mask. If you join us at 6 p.m. on Thursday night this week, we'll send you a free mask.
There you go. So if that's not a lot of fun, don't forget Bingo Friday night at 7 p.m. That's our online event. Join your fellow gardeners as they play a couple rounds of bingo from 7 to 9 p.m. on Friday.
Finally, we continue our series, We're Still Standing, because indeed we have been blessed through this challenging time. We are a congregation that was able to pivot and move online and in a variety of different ways and continue to be a community that explores, engages, and seeks to be inspired to transform the world with the love of God. We're sharing in our annual pledge campaign for 21, and we want you to be part of that with your times, your talents, and your treasures. This year we have a variety of ways in which you can be engaged in the pledge campaign. You can either share in the letter that you'll receive at home, or you can give online. We'll have an electronic pledge card online available there, or even through texting. The ministry of the Garden is only made possible through your gifts, and for that we give God thanks. The core value we're looking at today is the core value of outreach.
Outreach, social media.
An important part of the Garden ministry. We're really glad you're here. And I'm really glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, gardeners. Join me in these universal words of wisdom. Shalom, salam, namaste, peace.
Hi, my name is Patrice Bradley, and I'm a new member of the GLT and Chair for Garden Outreach. I'm here to talk to you today about the garden's core value of outreach. In Matthew chapter 25, verse 40, Jesus says, "When you serve one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you have done it for me." John Wesley, the founder of the early Methodist movement, encouraged us to grow in our faith by doing good of every possible sort and, as far as possible, to all. At the garden, we seek to live out our faith every day through acts of loving service. We're active in our communities and reaching out to neighbors in need through local programs such as Gardens, the Crooked Creek Food Pantry, Fletcher Place Christmas Baskets, Lebanon Children's Home, the Little Timmy Foundation, and the Red Zone in Pike Township. These are just a few of the organizations we have partnered with locally over the past couple of years. We also assist with Habitat for Humanity in Southwest Florida during the winter months. Through our big and little gives, we seek to connect with the community in ways that help us to live into caring for all of God's children. If you value outreach and wish to become part of the Garden Outreach team, we would love to have you. We have a group meeting the first Monday of the month at noon, most often in a team member's home or on Zoom. At these meetings, we review grant applications, follow ongoing mission projects, and explore where else we can provide outreach into the community. Learn more by going to the Garden Online/links. Click on the pledge link, then scroll down to select Outreach. Thank you for your time, and we hope you will consider becoming part of the outreach team at the Garden.
Sooner or later the lights up above will come down in circles and guide me to love. I don't know what's right for me, I cannot see straight. I've been here too long and I don't want to wait for it. Fly like a cannonball straight to my soul. Tear me to pieces and make me feel whole. I'm willing to fight for it, to feel something new, to know what it's like to be sharing a space with you. Fall on me with open arms. Fall on me from where with all your light, with all your light.
Sooner or later it all comes apart. The walls are all shattered, I'm back at the start. I'm willing to follow this wherever it goes. The heart has its reasons that nobody knows, and I wanna believe in a world we can't see. Millions of particles passing through me, and I know there's a meaning. I feel it, I swear. I can't see the future, but I know that it's there. Fall on me with open arms. Fall on me from where you are. Fall on me with all your light, with all your light, with all your light, with all your light. I close my eyes and I'm seeing you everywhere. I step outside, it's like I'm breathing you in the air. I can feel you there. Fall on me with open arms. Fall on me from where you are. Fall on me with all your light, with all your light, with all your light, with all your light.
Good morning, gardeners. Welcome. We are still standing. I am so glad to personally still be standing. I have survived my first quarter teaching kindergarten virtually and in person. We are on fall break, so I am enjoying extra time, extra snuggles with the boys late at night, and extra stories before bed. But I'm also enjoying a little bit of quiet time while they are at school, and I'm definitely not used to the house being so quiet. I hope y'all are having a great week, and join me in prayer. Dear God, thank you for giving entirely by grace gifts for each of us to use in ministering to each other. Point us towards having the heart of a servant. Open our eyes to the needs of others around us, and give our leaders the wisdom as they equip us all for the work ahead of us. Amen. Have a great week, gardeners.
Today is Reformation or Reformation Sunday. 5 centuries ago, an unknown Augustinian monk named Martin Luther rocked the world with his Reformation theology. What started out as an attempt to engage in debate turned into the greatest awakening in human history since Pentecost, or the birth of the church. Luther did so by using the media outlets of his day. Social media, which in 1517 was the front door of a church. Long before the social media platforms we have today, like smartphones and apps and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, Luther and his colleagues would enter into friendly and passionate discussions by nailing documents containing their ideas on specific matters to the church door, hoping to start a dialogue or a healthy debate. On this occasion, Luther's desire was to address some of the practices that had become common in the Catholic Church, specifically how the church had become essentially a business that appealed to the rich and those who had the funds to buy happiness in this life, and so they were told, in the life to come. See, it seems that if you had enough money, the church could help you through many tough situations or sinful actions with absolution. In particular, the church had gone into the business of offering fast passes into heaven. Now, you know how you can buy a fast pass at an amusement park to keep you from that long line? Well, the church determined they would help fast pass somebody through purgatory to the front of the line in heaven. People were actually given a document, and it was put in the coffin with them, an indulgement, a fast pass. Luther questioned such practices and was seeking a place to have a more serious debate about the topic. The problem was the Catholic Church had no willingness to share in this topic or to desire to share in a debate. There was no desire to reform the church. So Luther did what anyone looking for change would do. He wanted to see if there were others who would agree with him, and so he went to the newest social media outlet resource available to him. And it just so happened that there was a brand new social media resource making its way onto the scene. It was called the printing press. Luther and others shared ideas in pamphlets, which became quite popular among the community. The word got out quickly, and so the Reformation movement was formed. What is most interesting is that Luther did not start this movement looking to start a new church. He simply wanted the church to get back to basics. As the church had become more powerful, the ability to have an individual relationship with God moved further from the reach of the people who were not involved or part of the church hierarchy. Luther knew that God's grace was in the world and for the whole world, not just a chosen few. And he started the Reformation standing on Paul's letter to the Romans and the promise that God's message is for everyone. In Romans 1:16 and 17, it says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then the Gentile. For in the gospel, the righteousness of God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from the first to the last, just as it is written, the righteous live by faith." Martin Luther was so sure the truth of this faith for everyone that he was moved to yet another media as well. That media was music, and he wrote the hymn, "A Mighty Fortress is Our God." And if you've ever had the opportunity to hear or to sing that song, you can capture a bit of Luther's passion. I mean, God as a bulwark, unfailing and unchanging. When I sing or hear that song, I believe that peace is still possible amidst the violence and discord in our world, that forgiveness and reconciliation is still possible in our life and in our lifetime. There's this amazing story about that hymn in World War II. There was a small village in Poland, and the community's greatest fear became reality when the Nazis came to town. It was a day where the phrase, "the just will live by faith," became real for these people. The people came together and were gathered in their church. They were worshiping when the troops of the Third Reich swarmed the village. The soldiers entered the church and they escorted everyone outside to watch as they set fire to the place of refuge that they had, their church. As the soldiers raised their weapons on these people, the people began to sing. Together they sang, "A mighty fortress is our God, a bulwark never failing." And these young German soldiers paused and listened. They were each probably taken back to their own churches where they too would have sung this hymn. It was a song that those people sang boldly and faithfully as they faced their death. And as they sang, the German soldiers lowered their guns and each began to cry, First one, and then another and another, until finally they all climbed back into their trucks and pulled away from the little town, leaving behind a faithful congregation standing outside of their burning church singing of the love of God, the never-failing love of God. I wonder what would happen if we, like Luther before us, found a way to use the resources available to us and, by God's grace, could share in some kind of movement, a movement of reformation that could somehow take on the evil of the world and turn it back and to let love prevail. I wonder if the garden shouted out our hymn, "We're standing, yeah, we are still standing in faith. And we believe that God could work miracles." Well, what would happen? Let's take it even a step further. What if we used Google for good? Google for God? What would that bring to fruition? What if we opened a Facebook to work alongside Facebook? What would God do? What if we built a trust network on Twitter and used TikTok to bring goodness into the world? What kind of reformation would we experience in our world? There's this new documentary on Netflix that we watched this weekend called The Social Dilemma. It highlights how social media is changing our habits and getting into our brains and having a dangerous impact on our daily life. And in some ways, it's true. According to an article in the New York Times, digital platforms are encouraging us in compulsive and addictive behaviors. We're losing track of time, and people who normally wouldn't lie, well, they're lying all the time. They're lying to hide the amount of time that they're engaging on social media. In some ways, we are like the church some 500 years ago. We've found a groove, and we don't want anybody to mess with it. We as individuals are so focused on ourselves, we've stopped reaching out to others and believing that true life is found in our community together, loving and caring for one another. What if we took a lesson from Luther and did our best to reform the world using social media for good? In many ways, I do believe the garden has been doing that in these past 7 months. I mean, we've done our best to move quickly and to engage with people on a weekly basis. On Tuesdays, we encourage you to pause for prayer. On Thursdays, we share in conversation with Clergy Chat. And how about a good time on Friday night with bingo? We've offered classes throughout this time, and we've actually had greater participation than we ever did meeting in person in Broad Ripple. What if we, like Luther, took advantage of the tools for communication to indeed transform the world with the love of God? What might that look like? Well, believe it or not, there are already examples out there. No, not churches, but the ones I found that are most moving are kids and youth. It's amazing. Go online and look and read and see how kids are bringing goodness into the world through social media. There's a kid named Jack. He's 16 years old. And he has helped supply thousands of elementary schools with notebooks through Kids in Need, a national non-profit organization that he started that provides school supplies for under-resourced kids all around the country. He started it with GoFundMe. He found resources and support networks that enabled him to provide an entire classroom of student notebooks for only $6. He worked out the shipping and all the other costs with the vendors, so 100% of the donation went to the project. The project has been so well received that a foundation has agreed to match donations that Jack takes in, all of them. Colin is the founder of a startup called the Unity Challenge, and he is using social media as a way to attract people to join his cause to stop bullying, discord, and hate. Colin's advocacy is for tolerance, kindness, and acceptance. And it started when he was just a little guy. See, he was bullied by his grade school peers due to a neural disorder that made him different. Colin created a space for other kids to share in messages and conversations, and now they have this massive network of support. His next project is to create a National Unity Day, and after meeting with government officials in Washington, D.C., it looks like he's going to make that happen. Friends, from Luther to Jack to Colin, the world is transformed by people who see there is an opportunity to overcome evil with good, hate with love, and despair with hope. I believe that God has started a reformation of our community, whether we wanted to reform or not. If we continue to be open to the possibilities found in the Spirit and the tools that we've been given, who knows what kind of reformation God will bring to this world? So won't you join me? Won't you join me in seeking ways of reformation personally, as a community of faith, using whatever means God has given us? For God indeed is a bulwark, a God of faithfulness, love, and hope. Amen. Today in the message, we talked a little bit about how the printing press transformed the world 500 years ago. Well, you know, they say today our world is once again being transformed in amazing ways through social media. The Garden wants to continue to be part of engaging in different forms of communication in the world today. And so we've put together this video to kind of help you figure out how you might better get connected at the Garden through social media.
Hello gardeners, I'm Spencer, your Director of Communications here at the Garden. So this video is primarily focused on those that are looking to use Facebook to network the garden with their friends, family, and loved ones. If you've always wanted to be part of Facebook, but have not been able to set up your Facebook, we're here to help. Just email me at spencer@thegardenonline.org and I'll be glad to help you set up Facebook. We want to engage with you on Facebook. When you're on Facebook, like, comment, share, and spread the love. Liking a post on Facebook lets us know that you're here, that you've seen the post, that you like the post. But did you know that you can also love a post? You can show you care about a post, you can frown upon a post, and you can be excited about a post. All of those emojis are there on the post for you to take advantage of. Show the world what you think of our posts. Commenting on a post is a great way to engage in conversation. We love seeing comments on our posts and want to talk to you, so don't be afraid to let us know what you have to say. One of the most important things you can do is when you see a post that you enjoy, that you want to share, that you wish you could share, you can share it. Click the share button. Let the world know what the Garden is doing online. Do you want to connect with the office staff at the Garden? You can also message us directly. Sometimes that's much easier than emailing. Simply click the message button and use it as a chat or email. We're available to respond to messages during business hours, but rest assured if we're not there, we will get back to you. Also, don't forget to like and follow our page. Yes, they are two separate things. When you like the page, our page will show up under the likes on your Facebook profile. That helps show other people that you know that the Garden exists. You can also simply follow the page. Following lets you see everything the Garden is posting, but doesn't show up on your profile. Choose between liking, following, or both. Also, you can set up notifications to be notified of the types of posts that you would like to receive from the Garden. That's a great way not to miss an event or a Sunday service. There are many ways to connect with the Garden online. Facebook is just one of many. We love Facebook, we love Instagram. If either of these don't work for your lifestyle, you can also subscribe to our e-news. The Garden loves Facebook, and we can't wait to connect with you online.
When you're hurting, I want you to know that you'll never have to hurt alone. When your faith is running low, I'll never lose faith in you. When the night surrounds you and you think that no one cares about you, I will go and throw my arms around you. I'll be there through whatever you go through. I'm standing with you here wherever you go to. I'll stand beside you. And when you think that all the odds are all against you and you just feel like giving up, well, I won't let you. Through whatever you go through, I'm standing with you. I'm standing with you. We all got times when we can't be strong, when it feels like all hope is gone. But I'm right here to lean on. I'll always be strong for you. And when you're feeling broken and it seems like every door is closing, want you to know that mine is always open. I'll be there through whatever you go through. I'm standing with you here wherever you go to. I'll stand beside you. And when you think that all the odds are all against you and you just feel like giving up, well, I won't let you. Through whatever you go through, I'm standing with you. I'm standing with you. Nothing you can do can move me. You can try, but you can lose me. You can lose me. Through whatever you go through, I'm standing with you. And wherever you go to, I'll stand beside you. And when you think that all the odds are all against you and you just feel like giving up, well, I won't let you. Through whatever you go through, I'm standing with you. 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 I'm standing with you.
Hi, boys and girls. It's been a long time since we've been together because of this whole COVID mess, but I believe the garden is still standing for a reason. Jason and Hattie are here to help us see if we can understand that a little bit. Do you guys think you can break one of these sticks? Do you think it'll be hard to do? You want to try? Here, you try that one. Can you break it? Put your hand here. I'll try. You did break it, Hattie.
Wow.
Can you break one?
Woo!
Oh my gosh. Good job. Now I have a bundle of sticks. Do you think you can take this whole bundle of sticks and break it like you did that one stick? Give it a try. Is it hard?
Yeah.
You want to try, Hattie? Can you break that bundle of sticks?
No.
No. You know why? Because when we try to do things all by yourself, if you're just one, you're not very strong. But when you have a whole bundle, a whole bunch of people helping each other, we're a lot stronger together, aren't we? Can you think of anything that's hard to do all by yourself?
Carving a pumpkin.
Was carving a pumpkin hard? So you had to have some help doing that?
Picking up toys is hard.
cleaning up toys? You don't like to clean up all by yourself? Is it easier if somebody's helping you? Because you're stronger? Together, that's right. Do you ever like to go and help other people? Yeah? Do you help people at school? Do people ever help you at school? Like who helps you at school?
Teachers.
Teachers? What about reading?
Book buddies.
You have book buddies, so you can help each other learn how to read? Yeah. It's probably more fun to do it with other people too, isn't it, than when you're just all by yourself doing it? All right, well let's remember, when we're all by ourselves, things can be difficult. But boy, when we work together, things are a lot stronger. We're stronger together, right?
Yeah.
All right. Just like the garden's garden, if one person did all the work, it becomes very hard to do. The one person might just give up. But with several people helping, we get so much more done. And we are so much stronger together. I want you to think today how it makes you feel to do service for other people. Whether it's working in the garden's garden, maybe you're helping someone clean up their yard, and it could be helping someone to learn how to read, or you can all relate to this one, helping your teacher after like a recess because of a rainy day and we have all the games out and paints and clay. And if it was just one person cleaning up, it would take forever, but it takes everybody to help clean up so you can get back to business and start learning again. Well, I believe the garden is still standing because people at the garden stand by each other. We're just like a bundle of sticks. When things get difficult, remember, we are stronger together. And if we trust in God, He will help us because He is always standing beside us too.
Are you ready to Google for God or Google for good or to start Facebook alongside Facebook? The Reformation has begun. Now it is time for us to share in the reformation of our being so the love of God may move throughout this world. Go now in peace, my friends, and may the love of our God be yours today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Amen.
We cannot imagine COVID life until it hit us all just like ice. There was a lonely side cause we couldn't see you, but we followed the CDC and sent a garden mask to you.